Well, this sort of protected view project in Find began because we got repeated queries from our clients to do ad hoc work mapping protected view constraints for them. But doing it ad hoc could take some time and could end up being quite costly. So we thought there's no current solution to the problem in the UK, and we thought we'd come up with a new innovative way to make the initial fact-finding process as efficient, quick and pain-free as possible.
Mariam, how did you go about finding and delivering a solution?
Well, there was no shortcuts to delivering the solution. Every local authority had to be contacted individually, and we had to ask for the protected views. Also, we had to study every regional plan within the UK and collect them. The main difficulties lay in the fact that every local authority has their own format of producing this data, so very few have accurate mappings of protected views. Some of them have just a paper map with, a pen outline. Some of them have qualitative verbal descriptions hidden within a document. So collecting them all and trying to put them in a consistent format was quite an ambitious undertaking.
OK, well, let's look at an example. The proposed development site is pinpointed on the map. The initial map generated is the risk map. To show every local and regional view will be overwhelming, so the map is themed to show an increasing density of views. If the client is concerned by the number of views they find around their site, they can request a more detailed report. This is selected from the various report offerings, and with a simple click on the map, the report request is submitted. The report generates as a PDF in about 2 or 3 minutes and can then be downloaded to the desktop. The finished report lists all the views that are found within 250 metres of the site, which helps to account for ambiguous descriptions of the local views. Also generated is a close-up map of all the individual views, as mapped by Find, together with some specific details about the source documentation. The only exception being the protected views around St Paul's Cathedral, which are a special case and can be shown effectively on a single map.
So, Michael, how does this compare with the traditional way of doing things?
Well, I think there's 2 key advantages, really. Firstly, it speeds up the ability for developers and local authorities to determine whether a scheme is likely to fall within a viewing corridor. Secondly, it provides much greater accuracy in terms of the way in which the viewing corridor can be mapped out. So before it would be a much more subjective science, whereas now with Find and with the modern techniques of mapping in 3 dimensions, this can be now resolved to far greater accuracy.
So, Michael, what types of development proposal is this service typically suited to?
Well, any scheme which potentially falls within the centre of London would be of interest to a developer, and in particular those which are within the viewing corridors or close to the viewing corridors, so that it can be easily determined whether or not design needs to be altered or changed by the presence of that viewing corridor.
And Mariam, does it contain all the protected views nationwide that currently exist?
Yes, it does. All confirmed protected views that currently exist are held, as well as the proposed views for the London Development Framework.
So how long does it take and how much does it cost to generate such a report?
The London Protected View report would cost you about £45, and if you're out of London, the report would cost £30. The report's almost instant to generate, taking about 2 or 3 minutes to download.